Hi, I'm Dr. Russ Wahlers in the Miller College of Business. I'd like to welcome you to Marketing Principles Online, Marketing 300, Section 800. This is the online version of Marketing 300 for fall semester 2013. I'm on the marketing faculty in the College of Business. I'm accessible either by email or by phone. I've listed my contact information both here and also it's on our syllabus and our Blackboard site. My office is WB313. I know that some of you are not on campus, but for those of you who are, feel free to drop by anytime that you're in the building. I'm accessible either by email, phone, or directly in person, so feel free to stay in contact throughout the semester. In terms of some preliminaries, in this brief presentation I'd like to talk a little bit about our course plan, cover some of our basic ground rules for the class, and also take a look at our Blackboard site. In terms of marketing, almost any organization that we might consider is driven by three primary functions. This would apply both to profit-oriented companies and also not-for-profits. These three primary areas are production and operations, finance, and also marketing. Production and operations has to do with the production of either a product or service. Finance has to do with providing the assets and working capital needed to keep the organization viable. And finally, marketing has to do with identifying customer needs and developing products that match those needs, and all of the activities that have to do with moving those products and services from producer to consumer. So it covers a very wide range of activities. And one comment about these three areas: all three functions are equally important. No one area is more important than the other. They're all vitally important to the survival of the firm. And also they're synergistically interrelated. As we go through the class, you'll find that marketing decisions impact on finance and production decisions. Likewise, finance and production decisions impact on marketing decisions. So it's important to understand that all three of those areas are highly interrelated. In terms of our course plan, Marketing 300 is an online course that's organized on the basis of a 15-week semester timeline. Each weekly learning module consists of weekly reading assignments from our text, some video content that complements the text material. We'll have a weekly homework assignment that's fairly brief, and each week we'll also have a practice quiz over the chapters covered during that week. We'll also have 5 exams over the selected groups of chapters within the learning modules, and at the end of the semester we'll have a comprehensive final that is intended to pull everything together. The text we're using for this course is entitled Basic Marketing 19th Edition by Peralt, Cannon, and McCarthy, published by McGraw-Hill. Each of you will also, in addition to the text, need a subscription to a software package called Connect, which is available through our bookstore or directly from McGraw-Hill, either separately or bundled with an ebook text version. The text and Connect software ordering information is found on the syllabus. The text is available bundled with Connect, and Connect is also available separately for those wishing to purchase a used text. We are using the 19th edition of Basic Marketing for our class. However, if you have access to the 18th edition, that would be acceptable for use throughout the semester. The main difference between the 18th and 19th edition is the chapter sequence. So if you elect to use the 18th edition, make sure that you keep the chapters straight when we go through the course by coordinating your reading with the course schedule. In terms of our course plan, while this Marketing 300 section is online and as such has the potential to be somewhat impersonal, as is the case with many online courses, we will incorporate some selected discussion board activities to try to engage all the participants. So we will try to use the discussion board forums to engage in some interaction between class members. If at any point during the semester you have questions or comments, please don't hesitate contacting me either by email or phone. I'm accessible and I'll respond to your email messages very promptly. As we progress through the semester, comments and suggestions are not only welcome, but they're encouraged. So please keep in touch with me in that regard. In terms of basic ground rules, each student is expected to thoroughly familiarize him or herself with the course content posted on Blackboard. Assignments for each weekly module are clearly listed on the course Blackboard site under the Course Content menu. We'll talk about that in a second when we look at the Blackboard site. Due to the breadth of material we'll be covering, we'll move at a rigorous pace. Each student is cautioned to keep current with our schedule. Deadlines for each of the weekly modules is clearly listed and will be strictly enforced. Late work will not be accepted. The grading policy for the class can be found on the syllabus on the Blackboard site. And aside from that, I think we'll all agree that responsible behavior is the expectation, and academic dishonesty simply will not be tolerated. So enough said on that issue. As I mentioned before, it is very important to thoroughly read and understand the syllabus posted on the course Blackboard site. Having successfully completed an Econ prerequisite course is mandatory for enrollment in MKG-300. So if you have any doubts about your prerequisite status, please check with me on that. If you have a disability of some type for which some form of accommodation is needed, please make this need known. Be sure to see the syllabus and also refer to the student handbook on that issue. At the risk of belaboring the point, weekly module deadlines shown in the course content menu section of our Blackboard site are each of your responsibilities to both understand and adhere to. And one comment about that, in terms of a couple of friendly hints. The worst two things that you can do in this class is to attempt to take quizzes and exams online without having read the material beforehand. That simply will not work. Another deadly error is to wait until the end of the weekly module time window, approaching the deadline, and try to cram everything in at the last minute. You'll find that you just simply will not have time to do that. So my suggestion would be to pace your work throughout the week, and it'll be a much more enjoyable experience for all of us, and I think that will enhance the learning experience as well. So let's take a quick look at our course Blackboard site. We will go through that and see if I can pull that up. Okay, here's the entry page for our course Blackboard site. Layout is fairly standard. Notice on the left side of the page is the Blackboard site menu. The entry page is the announcements page. I have a brief welcome announcement posted here. Make sure you read that thoroughly. The second link is contacts. I've got some biographical information there if anyone's interested, and also some contact information. The next link on the menu is the syllabus. There you see the syllabus displayed, and if you would like to download and print a copy of this, I also have a PDF version posted here. There's a link right there. So let's briefly go through the syllabus. I've got contact information, course description, information on our text, and also the Connect software. Course objectives, grading components. You'll see there are 5 exams. I've shown the chapters that each of the exams cover. I've tried to space these fairly evenly throughout the semester, and each exam is worth 500 points. At the end of the course, we'll have a comprehensive final during finals week. That's worth 700 points. Also, you'll see practice quizzes. We're going through 19 chapters. There's a practice quiz on each chapter, each worth 100 points, so that totals 1,900 points. We'll also have a weekly assignment, very brief assignment, and points for discussion. So that's our grading weights. The rest of the syllabus is very straightforward, I believe. So make sure you read through that. Once again, there's a link at the top if you want to download it and print the course syllabus. So that's the syllabus. The next link on the menu is the schedule. I have posted a complete detailed course schedule for the semester. You'll see as you scroll down, it's arranged by weekly modules, Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and so forth. For each module, for instance, Module 1 starting week of August 19th, I've posted the deadline for that particular module. So first week, starting the 19th, everything during that week is due on August 25th. Module 2 starts August 26th, and again you'll see the deadline for all of the assignments for that module. So everything's mapped out, should be no surprises. I've shown the exams and where they fall during which week. I've shown those in red to try to emphasize those, so it should be very clear. And once again, I've got a PDF version of the schedule. If you want to download and print that, that's available. As I mentioned before, everyone in the course needs to register for a Connect subscription. We will be taking quizzes and exams via the Connect software, so we need to have everyone register for Connect. On the menu, you'll see a link entitled Connect Registration. If you click that, there is a file that you can open up and get complete information on registering for Connect. If you purchased a new textbook, it likely came with a registration code to sign up for Connect. So if that's the case, you're all set. If not, if you go to this link, you'll have information on how you can order Connect as a separate package. So that's Connect registration. The following link is called Course Content, and that's really where the action is. So let's click the Course Content link. This is the link that you'll be using most frequently, I would assume. Within the Course Content area, there are a couple preliminary things I'd like you to take care of, and also scrolling down, you'll see a module for each week. Module 1, 2, 3, all the way down to Module 15 at the bottom, and then finally you'll see a final exam during finals week. That's very clearly arranged, I believe. Let's take a look at Module 1. Each learning module has an envelope or a directory. If you open the Module 1 envelope, for instance, that takes us to this page, and you will see a list of all of the tasks associated with that particular module. So we have, in the case of Module 1, a couple of videos to watch, Chapter 1 to read, and so forth. A homework assignment, practice quiz, and participation in the discussion module, discussion board, I'm sorry. And once again, for that weekly module, the deadline is clearly posted. So week of August 19th, deadline for all weekly assignments falls on August 25th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that should be pretty clear to figure out. With respect to the tasks or the assignments within each learning module, if there is a link associated with the module assignment, I posted those below. So for instance, watch Module 1 video overview. The link is shown below here. Watch video clip number 1, Introduction to Marketing. That's shown right below. So you have a list of tasks for the module, and then a list of links to accomplish those tasks. So a couple of videos, homework assignment, practice quiz over Chapter 1, and module discussion board for that particular learning module. So that's our layout. Now let's go back to the top of the course content page. At the very top you'll see a link entitled Marketing 300 Online Student Profile Get Acquainted Questionnaire. I've put together a brief questionnaire, basically a profile questionnaire, and the purpose of that is to help me get to know the class a little better. So if you would please take that survey, that would be greatly appreciated as soon as possible. And also this welcome message is also posted here as a separate link if you want to review this again. So I think that takes us pretty much through the main portions of the Blackboard site. Let me call your attention to one additional link. There's a link entitled Supplemental Course Material, and if you open that link, that will take you to another page, and you'll see an envelope entitled Narrated Lecture Material. And if you open that Narrated Lecture Material directory, you'll find a collection of narrated lectures that are put together by our publisher that cover the entire range of topics that we'll address during the course. And for each of these videos I've also referenced the chapter numbers. So this is a great resource that I would recommend very strongly. If you go back to the course content menu and let's reopen Module 1, you'll see a reference to Review Narrated Lecture, which is in the Supplemental Material folder, and the title is Introduction, Marketing's Role Within the Organization and the Global Economy. So to get to that narrated lecture, you just go to the Supplemental Course Material link, open that up, open up Narrated Lecture Material, and there it is. So I think that takes us through the Blackboard site. If you have any questions at all, or on the Blackboard site itself, be sure to let me know. I think the navigation is pretty straightforward. If you have access problems accessing Blackboard, give me a call or drop me an email, and we'll try to figure out what that problem might be and address that. So that pretty much wraps it up. Again, welcome to the course. I hope you have an enjoyable semester. I think the course is designed to be both interesting and I think fun. So good luck and best wishes for a productive and fun semester. Thank you.